The other day, I saw this photo on Instagram made by NBA Who You Got and Daily NBA Poll, and it gives you 9 different players and kind of their best skill. And what you do is you try to build your perfect point guard, only choosing 3 of these players. So I thought it would be a good idea to actually go into NBA 2K20 and create this player in 2K20 to see how good they would do in today's NBA and see if we can maybe get this player to win a championship or maybe become the best point guard in the league. So what I actually decided to do and which players I decided to pick for my build is I decided to pick Curry's shooting, Wall's athleticism, and Russ's rebounding. But Russ's rebounding, I changed it to his rebounding as well as dunking because there was nobody on this list for inside scoring. And of course, Russ, he can get to the rim very, very nicely, very easily. And we've gone ahead and created this player inside of 2K20. So we got our point guard, Bernie Evans. We've taken all of the overalls of the players we chose and actually applied them to our player. So what we started off doing is making all of this guy's stats 25. So all of his stats were 25. He started at a 40 overall, and then we just added the attributes from the players we chose. So starting off with our layup, we took this from Russell Westbrook. So he has a 96 layup, a 30 dunk coming from Westbrook, and a 90 driving dunk coming from Westbrook again. Then moving on, we got our shooting, and we took Stephen Curry's shooting. So we got a 91 close shot, an 89 mid-range, a 99 three-point, and finally a 92 free throw taken from Stephen Curry. Then, of course, you can see here all other stats are 25 attributes. Then going over to speed with ball, we took this from John Wall. So he has a 92 speed with ball. Then moving on to our rebounding, of course, this was Russell Westbrook. So he has a 45 offensive rebound, then a 90 defensive rebound. And then the rest of our stats are going to be coming from John Wall, his athleticism. So we got an 87 lateral quickness, 92 speed, 90 acceleration, 60 strength, 88 vertical, and 96 stamina. So our player is going to be a 68 overall. And then what we've also done is we've added the badges from these players as well. So if we come over to badges here, any shooting badges we took from Stephen Curry. So difficult shots, all those three-point shots, catch and shoot, everything like that. And then any finishing badges we took from Russell Westbrook, and any athleticism badges we took from John Wall. And that ended up giving us 31 different badges, mostly coming from Stephen Curry's shooting. So we do have a few Hall of Fame badges. And then I also went ahead and took Russell Westbrook's hot shots from underneath the basket, and then Stephen Curry's hot shots from shooting. So we actually have some pretty good hot spots for our player. And then, of course, since we have Stephen Curry's shooting, I have to be able to shoot like him. And we got Russell Westbrook's layups and dunks, so we got to be able to lay up and dunk like him. So we chose their packages for our signature moves. And it's going to be interesting to see how good this player actually does, because it's good at some things. It's like the best at dunking, rebounding, and athleticism, but everything else, he just completely sucks. So I actually want to go ahead and do one more thing. I want to go over to intangibles and just raise this. That way, our overall raises just a little bit. We were at, a 68, and now we go all the way up to a 63. And then we're going to go ahead and put our potential at a 73. And we're going to simulate a season with this player and see how good he would do in today's NBA. I'm going to be putting Bernie Evans onto the Charlotte Hornets because the Hornets are a pretty weak team, and I think he's going to be able to shine on this team. He won't be the highest overall in the team. In fact, he's way down below, but we're actually going to make him start. All right, so we are in my league now. Of course, we got Bernie Evans on the Hornets. We created who I think should do the best as a point guard. Leave your comment down below on how you think this player is going to do. And also, leave a comment which 3 players you would actually take in this scenario. Would you go for something different, or would you actually use this? You can also go into 2K and try this out for yourself as a little challenge to see who can actually go ahead and do the best. So, of course, we want Bernie to actually be playing in this game. So we're going to move Terry Rozier down to shooting guard. And then let's go all the way down here. We got Bernie. So we got Bernie playing 35 minutes. Going to give him the same amount of minutes as Terry Rozier. And then also what we're going to do, we're going to actually go over to our first scoring option, make him Bernie Evans. Go over to offensive focus, play through star. Let's just shoot at will. And the rest will actually keep it how it is right now. And hopefully we play through Bernie Evans. And let's see if he can improve how the Hornets do. So let's just simulate the first game up against the Bulls. And we get a win in the first game. Bernie Evans with 36 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. So he did so good in his first game. That's crazy. If he could keep this up all season, that would be insane. Double-double. I'm not sure how he's getting the assist because he sucked at passing. He has a 25 pass rating. But this is looking pretty good. He shot 33% from 3, which isn't amazing. 2 for 6. I was hoping he'd do a little better, but he did get to the free throw line a bit. Let's simulate through the rest of the season, and let's see how good Bernie can do. All right, we made it to the end of the season. I want to see if our man Bernie made any of these teams. So he does end up getting Rookie of the Year. Remember, this guy is young. He's only 20 years old, gets Rookie of the Year, 28.1 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, and 3.9 assists. So I think we did a pretty good job in making a good point guard. I want to see if he made any of the All-NBA teams. Not on the first team, not on the second team, but he does make the All-NBA third team in his rookie season, which is very impressive. Obviously, he's not going to be on the defensive team, but he did make that All-Rookie first team. So pretty successful for our man Bernie right here in his first season. Unfortunately, the Hornets don't end up making playoffs. They're actually pretty close. They were 3 wins off making it. They just blew it at the end of the season. They got a bunch of L's. But of course, I want to go over to league leaders right here. Bernie Evans was actually the 5th highest scorer in the entire NBA with 28.1 points per game. He also pulled 7.5 rebounds per game. And I'm assuming that's the most by a point guard. If we go over to point guards right here. So if we go over to point guards, he ends up getting the 3rd most rebounds per game. The only guys beating him out was Russell Westbrook, of course. We did copy all of his stats. And then Ben Simmons. He also did decently in terms of assists per game, 37th in the league. And he's got one of the worst pass ratings. Actually, the worst pass rating out of any point guard. In terms of three-point percentage, he actually did not shoot very well. I'm guessing he didn't take the best shots due to his IQ. His IQ was very low. So 36.2% from three-point, but he also shot 50% from the field goal. And then from the free throw line, he shot 91.4%. We copied Stephen Curry's free throw, but Curry is doing just a little bit better. So our player ends up being one of the top point guards in the NBA, just taking 3 players' best attributes. And I want to go ahead and do the simulation again, but with a better team to see if possibly he could lead a team to an NBA championship. And I do want to do it as him as the top scorer, but we do have to find a squad that still needs a point guard. I mean, I think I'm going to go with the LA Lakers. I'm going to put him on the LA Lakers and see if he can win a championship with the Lakers. Of course, you got LeBron, Anthony Davis on that squad. We're still going to make him the first scorer and have LeBron play small forward. All right, we simulated a season with our man Bernie on the Lakers. Let's see if he won Rookie of the Year, and he did. Bernie Evans' stats aren't going to be as good as last season, of course, because he's on the LA Lakers now. 23 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 5.9 assists. He also had 1.3 steals and 1.2 blocks. I don't know how he's doing that good on defense with his awful stats. It's a little weird. See if he made the All-NBA team at all. Of course, he's on the first team for rookies, not on the third team, not on the second team. Okay, so on the Lakers, Bernie does not end up making an All-NBA team, but the Lakers do end up getting the 5th seed in the West. Are you kidding me? They had 56 wins and got the 5th seed. The Jazz had 56, the Warriors with 56, the Clippers with 58, and the Rockets had 71 wins. That is just absolutely crazy. Of course, in terms of stats, he didn't do as good as last season, but he was still the lead scorer on the LA Lakers. They still play through him, AD, LeBron, and Bernie Evans, kind of the big three in LA right now. In terms of point guards, he was 9th in the league for scoring, 3rd in the league for rebounds behind Westbrook and Ben Simmons. And then 3-point percentage, he shot 41.9%, which was 5th for point guards. And then he shot 95% from the free throw line, which is actually the best in the entire league. So another really good season for Bernie Evans here, but let's see if he could win the NBA playoffs, being the leader for an NBA team, specifically one of the best teams in the entire NBA, the LA Lakers. And the LA Lakers get first rounded. They had a 3-1 lead and completely blew it. So I don't think Bernie Evans is able to carry a team by himself. Maybe if he's a role player. I mean, he is one of the best point guards in the league, but he is very, very selfish. I mean, just a pretty much scorer, and that's about all he can do. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I want you guys to create your own point guard and let me know how good he does as well. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the